Good evening. Welcome to Friday Night Live. I hope you guys are ready. We are going to have a good time tonight. We got all kinds of stuff going on, and we're going to go all over the place. We're going to go down and check in a little bit later on to the Hoosier Firewood Hysteria, and I got a couple announcements I'm going to make. I'm going to show you something that you're going to be able to possibly win coming up here at another event, not here on the live stream, but yeah, all kinds of stuff going on. So welcome everyone. Glad you're here. Glad you're tuning in. Let's start things off like we always do. Rogala. Grab the cup, raise it up. Cheers, everyone. Happy Friday. There is. All right, I gotta get my stuff all together here. I've got. Hey, Don Slate. Did you send another thing? Because I got something today, but Amanda was waiting for something. So I only got the thing that you sent the other day, which is another something I want to show you guys that's going to be, it's going to blow your minds. Tim and Old Saw, how are you doing? Old Guy Firewood, the York Woods, Yadkin Valley Outdoors, holy mollies. Timon, my friend, when you see what I'm about to show you later on, that is going to be something you can win at the International Firewood Expo. You're going to have some sleepless nights dreaming about this. But we'll get to all of that, like I said. Mr. Gardner, how are you doing? Glowing Firewood. Gringo Pines is here. Oh my goodness. It is weird. All right, let me just hear. All right. So, yeah, I'm going to wait to make the one announcement about the International Firewood Expo until a little bit later, because I want everyone to see this. So I might have to, so just hold off on that. But the one thing I wanted to say starting off with here is, good friend, fellow woodhound, Don Slate, once again, surprised me and gifted me something here that showed up earlier in the week. And hang on. Well, there's two things. Let me show you this first thing. This thing is pretty cool. It is a little hatchet for working with the mini firewood. So, Don, once again, thank you for that. But the thing he sent that really, really got me going, and I was just shaking my head and sitting down laughing. Because now, if you're new here, you may not be familiar with what I put in my glass. You might be able to see them. My refrigerator makes ice balls. So Don felt it was necessary to send me an ice cube tray that, if you can read this, makes amazing ice balls. But not only amazing ice balls, mini ice balls. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. If you thought my balls were big in my cup here, get ready, because we've got mini ice balls we're going to be pulling out later on this evening. And we're going to be pulling them out and putting them in another thing that Don sent me, this tiny little glass. So we've got all kinds of stuff going on here. Little balls, big balls, ice balls, all over the place. We're going to see how these mini ice balls mix up in a drink later on tonight. They are pretty cool, though, I will say. It is. So, Don, thank you very much. I know you're probably getting a kick out of it, because I can only imagine when you saw those and and you thought to send them down here so that we can cover small wood, small ice, everything. So Don Slate, thank you once again. Jared is wondering if he can get mini ice balls. I don't know. Maybe if you if it gets cold enough tonight. Yes, there is a lot. Goobs, tiny balls, ice balls. James Baton, how are you doing? Mom and the boys. Circle B. Sushi Man Sam. What is going on, my friend? How are you doing? How are you doing? All right, so I think there's a lot of people, or I don't know, there's quite a few people that were down at the Hoosier Firewood Hysteria. I think today was just kind of like the getting things ready day. I know there was a lot of bucking up of wood, and like I mentioned, we have a field correspondent on the ground. We have a woodhound down there that's going to tune in with us here in a little bit. We're going to get a live report from the Hoosier Firewood Hysteria. The HFH, not the HOA, the HFH. So get ready for that. We're going to have, like I said, I know they were doing, maybe he's ready to come on right now. Hang on. He's dialing in. So, ladies and gentlemen, he has got, there he is. HOA, HFH. We can hear your audio. Get ready for that. We're going to have, like I said, I know they were doing, maybe he's ready to come on right now. Hang on. Go. There he is. So, ladies and gentlemen, Captain Jack. Not the HOA, do you have audio? So, get ready for that. We're going to have.
All right, can you hear me now?
There we go. Jeepers creepers.
Yeah, I had an echo going. Sorry.
Yes. What is going on?
We're just hanging out in the lobby down here at the hotel like we do when we're with you.
Well, everyone, welcome.
We're just not as wild.
Captain Jack, Log Cabin Firewood. Uh-oh.
We got a bunch of the Woodhounds hanging out.
We got everyone's photo bombing Captain Jack.
Yeah.
But he's not drinking Captain.
Give us a report. How are things going?
So things are great. There's a ton more wood this year than there was last year. There's a lot more splitters. We got everything cut up today. There was probably at least 30 saws all at once. And I was overwhelmed when I showed up because there was so much wood, but everybody got together and got everything cut up. And we're praying that the rain doesn't hit us super hard tomorrow because there's a lot of storms blowing through. And hopefully we get this stuff all split up. And I'm saying 4 or 5 hours, it's all going to be split. That's my guess.
Really?
Yes. There's that much equipment there. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff there.
So you didn't get rained on today?
It started raining probably about 4 o'clock this afternoon. So we had a pretty good productive day. I said everybody showed up around 9. I guess Saul's probably fired up about 10. And I think everything was cut up around 2:30, 3-ish, which was pretty impressive.
Well, I saw the notification that you went live, I think twice, didn't you, today?
I went live the first time when everybody was cutting, and then I went live the second time when all the saws were done because I know it was probably obnoxious. Everybody has ported saws out here. I guess that's the cool thing to do. I want a ported saw, but I don't have a ported saw.
Well, you said you told me earlier something like half of the logs were already cut up by the time all the husky saws got started or something.
Yes, that's very true. That's not true at all. There was one guy that showed up that had a ported husky, and that thing was mean. And all of Jenin's stuff most of Jenin's stuff is ported, and he's got a husky. It's pretty cool saw.
And so you don't have like an estimate on how many cords?
Somebody asked me that earlier today. I mean, it's hard to tell because there's just so much wood there.
Yeah.
And there's still like what 2 tractor-trailer loads of the logs that Timber Cutter Patriot donated. I believe his processor showed up right as we were leaving. We've got the Evo there, and then there's going to be a Typhoon. I think it is. I think that's the name of the brand of the other processor showing up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there.
Typhoon was there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're
And
gonna
then Split Fire showed up with an entire enclosed trailer with, I think they had 6 or 7 machines on theirs, like one of every different model. A couple 1165s. Wolfridge showed up with an entire trailer load of equipment. Easton Made showed up. Russ Willie came down all the way from Maine with his all wood,
Yep.
and Heath brought the what's that? That sorting table that hooks up to his machine. So that's going to be cool.
So you got plenty of equipment. You got enough people to run everything?
Yes. I think Mike said there was a little over or right around 100 people, I think, had actually registered. We'll see what happens with the rain. So there might be a few no-shows because the weather isn't looking promising. It's going to rain. So if you're coming out tomorrow,
Yeah.
bring some rain gear, but don't let a little bit of water scare you. It's going to be a good time. It's for a good cause.
Is there like a window of like, if it's supposed to rain from like 10 to 2 or something, or just all day?
I think it's just there's a 80% chance all day, but it's like a quarter inch of rain. So a quarter inch of rain isn't a ton of rain.
Japers. And I'm not even there.
Yeah, well, I messaged you on the way out here. I said you have to be coming,
Yeah.
and you were like, "Well, unfortunately, I'm not."
If I would be there, I would definitely be blamed for this rain. That's for
Mhm.
certain. So give us a little, for those of you that may not have seen the live stream earlier, that may not have been there, like give us a little, like, is it all just you split into one great big pile like at Hope, or what do you do? Give us a little,
So all the
forecast.
splitters, most of them are set up. Most of the splitters are set up with a conveyor on the end of them. We're going to convey into dump trailers, and then they have a big like barn where
Yep.
the dump trailers will go over and they'll dump the wood into the barn, and then we've got a skid loader on site that's just going to keep pushing it into a pile. And I think they said last year there was like 40 cord or something like that we did. There's a lot more than 40 cord there. Then there's probably closer to 50 plus this year.
Jeez.
Ton of wood.
Yeah.
Mike from K&L and Jenin and Jacob and everybody that helped put this on, they did an amazing job, prepping everything before everybody showed up.
So you're not going to have any conveyors like running the wood into a pile inside the barn. You're just going to keep pushing it up.
I think that's the plan. Yep.
Well, with that many splitters there, holy molies. Yeah, you're
Yeah,
gonna be
and I brought my 916 out here all the way from Maryland. And Will Walcott's 1222.
Woo!
Hey, we had a nice little ride out here.
How long a drive is it for you?
Well, we stopped off at the York Woods to hang out with Dan York at his cabin first, and that was about 8.5 hours. And then from his house here was about 2 hours, but we spent 2 nights with him.
Okay. Well, that's good. So
Yeah.
everyone's ready to hit it.
Yeah, I think everybody's in good spirits. We're going to hammer this wood out tomorrow, hang out, have a good lunch,
The firewood
and
fella,
then go back home and go back to work Monday.
The firewood fella is saying by 2:00 he'll be done.
That's my guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully the weather holds out. I know that will make things kind of, even if you have canopy or like shelters over the people, like once that wood gets wet, it's kind of,
Yeah, your gloves are going to be wet all day.
It sucks.
But I think it'll be all right. I think we'll get her done.
Well, either way, congrats and thanks to you and everyone else down there, because this is for a heck of a good cause. Splitting all that wood for the veterans campground, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing. I know now. Last year you were there, right?
Yep. Last year was the first time we went.
And you,
yes.
What did you go home with last year? Didn't you leave with something?
Last year I got the Wolfridge bagging station.
The bagging station.
Yep, and that thing's awesome. I love it.
You got any plans to take anything home with you this year?
Yes, I have the Easton made MS 324 is coming back with us.
Oh,
I got that
you're
to
going to
hook
give
up.
it away right now. I thought you were just going to be like,
Yeah,
oh,
I've told
yeah.
everybody already on my lives. I've walked over to it 15 times. I'm excited.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
okay.
But I'm gonna hook it up similar to Dude Ranch DIY on a mini excavator, my neighbor's mini excavator. And I got some big stuff coming soon, so I think it'll help me bust it up and save my back.
Okay, we do have a question from Glowing Firewood 50. How many cords of firewood is normally split for the fellowship? Do you know?
The fellowship, I don't, it all depends. I think the one year we might have did 10. I don't think it's ever been like that's not really a huge like let's get everything done. It's more of a social gathering and checking out the machines.
Yeah.
I think
And
we
you,
split more wood the first year because it wasn't raining. The second year it was just a monsoon.
yeah. And so you guys have processors there as well. So you're going to really go through a lot of wood.
Well, the processors, they've got the 2 tractor trailer loads of the semi logs that were
Yeah.
brought and donated by Timber Cutter Patriots. And Mark Joannis said maybe 2.5, 3 hours, those 3 processors should have those 2 truckloads done.
So there's going to be a lot of wood. Is that barn going to hold it all?
It's probably going to be overflowing out into the road like it was last year. The barn probably will not hold it all. And the other side's still full. There's still a ton of wood there.
Oh,
So
from
they're going to be
last year.
set for a couple. Oh yeah, they moved everything from the bay where we filled up last year around to the other side. So
Oh,
now we have a completely empty bay to start filling up.
holy moly! All right, we got a couple requests we got coins falling everywhere. So Shive is here making it rain with coins. So there's like I don't know how many of them. So
Well,
do you have
cheers.
something? Do you have something? Yeah, here let's bring this up. Shive, thank you very much. Oh, look at that ultra! Wow, cheers! Thank you very much, Shive.
Yeah, Mark.
Oh, and
Mark
hang
gave me
on,
this stuff.
Glowing Firewood 50 also dropped a coin in. Thank you. Cheers for that.
Cheers.
People were wondering who's in the lobby with you.
I've got Ken's Cuts. I got Will Wolcott. I got Bert, Adam, blogger Jason, Dan York, Rob. Got all kinds of people.
All right. Well,
I can try and pan around, but I don't know how good this camera's going to be when I move it.
yeah. Well, once we get ready to sign off, you can maybe because you are a little pixelated. I don't know what's going on there. You must be.
Yeah, I do. It looks good on the TV.
I think everybody's sucking up
Wi-Fi.
your bandwidth.
Yeah, that's what it is.
So, Lee Carter, he didn't catch. Where is it at? It's in Kokomo, Indiana. At the
we're actually in Greentown, Indiana, is where the event is at. It's the Howard County Vietnam Veteran Association.
okay at the campground. Holy moly! Okay, now Rick's Outdoors and Glowing Firewood 50 again. So tell everybody down there.
Cheers, everybody.
Raise your cup. Thank you very much. Cheers.
You're gonna have to get me a beer, Will.
Uh-oh.
We got plenty of beer.
Shibe dropped another one and says that his fridge has bigger balls than mine. Oh, what's that?
I have no clue, but I'm not drinking it.
Yeah, I was gonna say you better hold off on that, or you won't be starting till about noon tomorrow. Shibe, thank you very much.
I got tore up the first night we went to the York Woods, and I was hurting. He had a big, like 90-foot oak tree fall down at his house, and I woke up to Saul screaming, and I took my time grabbing mine.
So you've been on like a whole week's adventure then?
Yes, we left. We left Wednesday morning out of my house. Will Wolcott met me at my house, and so did Ken Bauer, and then we peeled out about 8 o'clock in the morning and got to the York Woods. I guess a little after 5 in the evening. Had a good dinner. Got tuned in, and the rest is history.
Oh. Oh yeah. Wait. Am I having mic problems? We got another.
No, I can hear you fine.
We got super chats. Oh, we got coins falling everywhere. Sushi Man Sam and Mike Morin. Cheers, everyone. Mic problems. I don't know. Am I having mic problems? But thank you very much. Cheers.
I need a beer. I'm empty-handed right now.
Got tuned
Yes,
up.
Dick. I got tuned up or tuned in, all that.
Everything.
Yes. Well, you got to remember, I've been sober since I was at Shibe's house. The last time I was at Shibe's was the last time I drank, and that was in the beginning of January when we picked up his conveyor.
Holy moly's. Wow.
So, yeah,
Well,
I said, this is a special event. I'm going to have some beers.
That's, yeah, a couple. Just
And
a
I
couple.
did have some whiskey.
In the Woodyard is singing the song down there at the Aruba, Jamaica.
Oh,
Come
yeah.
on.
Uh-huh.
Kokomo.
Chris is on there.
He's typing out the Kokomo song, Aruba, Jamaica.
Yes. Well,
Yeah, he already tagged my new splitter. I got a big old In the Woodyard sticker on my splitter now. I like it.
Yeah. So where is Chris?
Yeah, where is he?
Obviously, he didn't want to come to where the fun actually is because he's too cheap to stay at this hotel.
Oh my goodness.
I would have put my sticker on Jack, but I forgot.
Uh-oh, one's going to fall out. Oh, no, it came back in.
We just had a bomb drop.
Right on.
Old guy Firewood. Here's to overtime. Thank you very much, Dick. Cheers.
There's your beer. Oh, I got a beer now. I can cheers.
Holy moly's. All right. Oh my gosh.
We got a lot of cheers.
Yeah.
I'm going to just keep drinking.
Ronald Kirk. Thank you. Cheers. I'm gonna have to refill before the bottom of the hour.
You're gonna need some more mini balls in that cup.
Well, these are the big balls. Well, they're smaller now because. But let me get the mini balls. Hang on.
William Klein, Heath and Rachel did make it. I see your question. I got another screen up here. I can read you a little bit. Bill, I love that thing. We hooked it up to the skid steer. Jacob King put it on his skid steer, and the thing is awesome.
Yeah, what other like heavy equipment you got down there besides just the splitters?
Jennings got his mini excavator and his MT100, the Bobcat. Jacob's got his skid loader. They rented a skid loader. There's 2 John Deere tractors, and I think there's going to be a bigger excavator coming with one of those one of the processors that's showing up. Somebody's bringing their own excavator to load it.
Jeez.
There's a ton of stuff out here, man.
I was gonna say, man, oh man, that's quite a lineup. So here are the mini balls.
Yeah. Mini balls. They're pretty, man.
Oh, that's what she said. And they're this big.
Oh, it's like a marble. They are little.
It's like hail. Like it's pretty sweet. So let me. Oh my gosh! I just made this way too strong.
Chris, I bet he's full of shit.
All right.
Tony's not even here. You can't blame him for it.
Tony's fault.
We gotta make one more toast, and then I can.
Doug, I think we're about an hour south of Indianapolis. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, aren't you in Indiana?
Oh, I'm sorry. We're an hour north of Indianapolis. They're all correcting me. I'm from Maryland. My bearings are off.
You don't know.
North of Indianapolis. An hour
Yeah, we're north, right?
Yeah, straight east of Lafayette.
Straight east of Lafayette is what they're telling me. Oh, I see more super chats. I'm just gonna drink
here
this
we
whole
go.
beer,
Ronald
guys.
Kirk, once again, thank you very much. And now I've got the little glass, Brad's little cup, or his little whatever this is called, the Glencairn, the mini Glencairn with mini ice balls.
Like, you know, when it goes to
Ooh, that's
Sides up
good.
to 1999.
Oh,
What was that one that just came in? That's a triangle one. Oh, there's a couple
yeah,
ones.
that's a bomb.
I'm never on here to see bombs. I'm always working on Friday nights.
We got bombs dropping, and we're not even on the signal chat. All right. Cheers to Outside with Shive. He says, drink up. Here we go.
Chris said he's passed out already.
Well, we were up at
Oh,
the
man.
one.
All right.
I swear to God, we were up.
And
Right.
Marlon. Marlon,
Yeah.
my friend,
No, I will
cheers to
admit.
you. Less
It's
than, actually about 1 month till I see you down in Ohio.
Yeah, feeling really good.
All right. Well,
Oh yeah.
you're looking like you're getting a little tired. You're at 9:30 down there, aren't you?
Hey, it's 9:26. Yeah, 9:30.
Well, I have to be bad.
Well, I suppose you're going to watch the end of this anyway, but
Probably.
yeah, well, thanks for giving us an update. Now,
Yeah.
are you
Thanks for having me on.
Are you going to be doing any lives tomorrow?
I'm gonna try to. Yeah, I'll probably do something in the morning. Get everybody that's there splitting, and then I'll do something afterwards to show how much wood.
All right. So tune in to Log
Come
Cabin
here.
Firewood. Who we got?
I think we got a celebrity here.
Who's camera shy?
Alan, come over.
Oh gosh. All right. We're getting
We don't have to.
We're getting a little too deep in your beard.
Oh, you want some more of it?
No.
It smells good. It's blueberry and tobacco. Fable Beard Company, guys. They've got the best smells.
It's good that it smells good because it doesn't look very good.
Great. You got to smell good when you got hair on your face.
When it doesn't look good, may as well smell good, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, so wait, maybe tomorrow if it doesn't rain all day.
Michelle was there.
Shy wishes he was there. Oh, he didn't want to pass on any illness. He didn't want to pull a hard-working man and bring the virus.
Yeah, well, last year we came out here and we all got sick. We took something home. Shy was sick for months. I was sick when I saw you Memorial Day at Sam's. I was just getting over whatever I got out here.
Jeez.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
My, oh my. Well, all right.
All righty.
I will let you go and enjoy your time in the lobby there.
All right. Well, have a good evening, everybody, and cheers. And hopefully we see you tomorrow out at in Indiana. Come on out. Bring some gloves and rain gear.
Yeah. Have fun and keep us updated.
Will do.
Tune in, Log Cabin Firewood.
Yep. See you guys.
Going live or giving updates. All right, Jack. Thanks for jumping on here, being the field correspondent. All right.
See you, bud.
Now we'll let you guys get back to saying all the stuff you want to be saying.
All right, guys. Take care of each other. We'll see you soon.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. See ya.
Captain Jack, all the way down in Indiana. Keeping everyone, I think, in line in the lobby there. So, all right, if if I missed your question, throw it in the chat again. If you had any questions, I wasn't really paying attention to the chat when I was talking to Jack there, except for all the coins coming down. So once again, thank you everyone for all that. I'm going to give another little toast with this little mini cup, mini glass. All right, so it is the bottom of the hour, and this is kind of where I was figuring this is probably like one of the busiest times when everyone's on. So if you are on right now, pay attention, because in 1 month at the International Firewood Expo, if you were there last year, you know Joe does a big raffle, right? So I'm going to give you a little preview tonight of one of the things that's going to be on the raffle. Now, what you're going to see here, there's going to be many things, but this is all one prize package from none other than One Eye Customs neighbor Doug. Doug has donated a prize, and let me just show you what this is. So, again, this is for the International Firewood Expo. If you are going, you will have a chance to win this right here. This prize package is, I think, that's a 261, I believe, with a custom engraved bar, a gallon of lube, bar lube, fuel mix, picaroon or hookaroon, all that stuff in that picture right there, courtesy of One Eye Customs. Doug has donated what I think is one hell of a prize package. So all of that, one raffle ticket, is all you need to win everything you see right there. That is pretty dang spectacular. So neighbor Doug, there it is, MS261C. So I need to, hang on a second here. Oh. I just spilt my regular balls. I need to mix up another regular glass. We got balls flying all over the place. Neighbor Doug, I'll just use this. I think from Joe and all of us, thank you for that prize package. Again, that right there, one of the prizes that will be on the raffle at the International Firewood Expo. Neighbor Doug, One Eye Customs, cheers. Yeah, I believe the tickets are going to be $1 a piece or something like. There's like a deal. The more you buy, or the more you get something. But it is only you have to be present to win. So this isn't going to be a raffle or a prize that you can win if you're not at the expo. In Cortland, Ohio, May 2nd and 3rd. So if you haven't made your plans yet, do so to come on down to Ohio, the International Firewood Expo. And this right here, you could be leaving with all of that. Like I said, it just takes one raffle ticket. So again, neighbor Doug, pretty dang cool. Very gracious of you. I think, I know I can speak for Joe. I'm sure he's greatly appreciates you donating that, and can't wait to see who wins it. That is going to be last year. Timon walked away with a saw, and he was pretty excited about that. So Timon, we're going to see if you can win that one. I'm going to make another little, I'll make another mini. Make another mini. So yeah, it is. It will be a. You have to be present to win. And the other thing is, like if you're at the expo and you leave before the raffle drawing, you also will. You'll be SOL. So get there. I think he usually does the raffle like noon or 1 o'clock. So if you're going to the expo, get there, get your tickets, and stay. Stay around, see who is going to win that fabulous prize package from One Eye Customs. Pretty dang cool. All right. What was your question, Jason Lee? Just answered my question. I understand now. Okay. All right. So if you do have questions, throw them in the chat with the Q. Yes, James Bainton. It is one heck of a prize package. Got to be at the expo. Yes. Because I don't think we can. I know Joe ain't gonna be. Oh, this is a good question, William Klein. I will have to double check on that. I think probably Saturday. But it is 2 days. It's Friday and Saturday. But I'm thinking Saturday is going to be the day for the raffle. Wild Bill Irwin, how are you doing? I'm not using my my dropper. I have gotten good enough at eyeballing the eyedropper, so I can just pour it. No, it's downstairs. So I left it down there because I thought Amanda. Yeah. So next week. She was expecting something today, so I just left it down there for when she gets home. Tom's Firewood. Good evening. Bill, how are you doing? Make it into Billy Bob's Wood. Glad you could make it here as well. Firewood police are coming. What? I don't know what that means. And who are they coming for? The wise choice, Firewood. Is there going to be a Friday Night Live at the Expo? Yes, indeed, there will be. It will not be at the Expo. It'll be at the Residence in Youngstown. I think that's the name. Residence in the Youngstown Mall. That's where I will be staying, and that's where I will be having the live stream. Now, the one goofy thing about this hotel, the last time I was it the last time? Anyway, one of the times I was there, the internet service signal is better in your rooms than it is in the lobby for whatever reason. So I can't guarantee that it's going to be a Friday Night Live in the lobby, like at the at the Bunyan show, but I'm going to see what I can do. Plus, I don't know if this hotel will let me do the live stream in the lobby. Ronald Kirk once again with a super chat. Thank you. Oh, I got for inspiring me. Well, thank you for following along, and I'm glad I can. I guess I don't know. I always tell people don't always do everything I do because I don't even know what I'm doing sometimes. But thank you very much. Cheers. Fairfield. Yeah, the Fairfield Inn is Bunyan. The Residence Inn is Ohio, or in Youngstown. But I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if they'll let me do the live stream in the lobby. They do have a nice little setup with like these little cubby tables. I think I did that last year, actually. So I'll see. But yes, either way. Oh yeah, I was in the lobby. Okay. So yeah, either way, I should make it work. If there's a big crowd though, that if there's a lot of people, that's what I'm worried about. Because sometimes they get a little. Nick Smith, are you going to improve on your small wood? There's not much room for improvement. People are complaining about length. No, they're not. No. I keep it, and the reason I stay under, well, a couple things. 6 inches is like too big for like the mesas, and the other thing is for packaging, for shipping it. 5 to 5.5 is ideal. So that's my target length. If it gets over that, it's no longer small. So we're not, yeah. Ron, once again, cheers. Thank you. I gotta scroll back because I think I missed something here from fellow Woodhound Ron Brooks, just checking in back in the hospital being treated for a pulmonary. Oh, Ron, well, I hope everything is going good, improving. Rest up. We will be sending all our Woodhound thoughts and prayers your way. Sorry to hear that. Yes, hope you are feeling better. Rick's Outdoors. Is the coin glass ever been filled to the rim? I think it has one time, but it's tough because if any bombs get dropped, the big ones, it can like throw them all out. But I think there's been a couple times when it's been filled up. Uh-oh. Hey, I don't make it easy. The subject matter, wood in general, everyone always makes it easy to make jokes. So it's just the nature of the I guess the niche. I don't know what this is for, but I'm thinking there was something I said that I'm gonna have to go back and watch this now. That is one of my favorite lines. I'm a huge fan of Michael Scott in The Office and the TWSS. That's what she said. So anyway, back to the Expo live stream. Yes, I will hopefully be having the live stream in the lobby, unless it gets too difficult to hear, or if it's a lot of distracting background noises. Then maybe I don't know. Can't make any promises. All I can promise is that there will be a live stream. Just not sure of the location. So what will that be? Today was what, 283, I think? I got to figure out when I'm going to hit 300. Who would ever make a joke? Yeah. Who would? Definitely not you, John. We know that. Great to see the original back 40 haircut. Yeah, just got it trimmed up last night. Took it down nice, and it was getting a little long on the top. Tony Woods, are you going to name the deer in your... No. Well, actually, yeah, that deer was that deer, her name was, I think that was Limpy. There's a deer that limps around. She's got a big like growth on her back leg on the inside of her like knee. She can't walk very good. So I think that's one of the reasons why she doesn't ever really run away, because she's not doing too good. But we have named a couple. Boss Man named a couple last year. Ron, well, I'm glad to hear that. And it's inspiring for me to hear that from you. So thank you. Eric, how many cords so far this year? Well, first, thank you for the coin. Cheers. How many cords burned or sold or made? I think I'm getting close to, I know I'm well over 10 cords through the boiler. So, as far as sold, I have no idea. And as far as made, not enough. Not enough. My plan was to split up a bunch of maple this weekend, but now I got to clean up all this brush in the front yard. Speaking of that, Uncle Den, are you going to burn your stumps, or are you going to use that high-powered handsaw? I am going to be using a saw. The plan is, once I've got a couple old chains on the 500i that need to be touched up, but before I touch them up, I'm going to try to cut those stumps off, because every time I cut a stump off, I always end up hitting the dirt somewhere. So I figured I would use some old chains, cut them all off as flush as I can with the ground, and then be done with it. But I won't be using the handsaw. That is an interesting thing, because there are so many people that like got the joke, and then there was so many people that like were upset, thinking that I was like trying to fool them. It was it was funny. WD30, how are you doing? 1 year older in 1 day. 1 year and 1 day older. Happy birthday once again. All right, am I missing Andy? How are you doing? All right, I got that. Alaska Woodyards here. James Baton, are you going to fill the gap of the roof between... No. You mean where there's that one little black, the darkened strip down? Nah. That's just the way it worked out. I like built the one and I built the other one, and when I put them together, like I wasn't planning to put wood in between them. And then when I saw that space, I'm like, oh, I could just fit a pallet right there. And yeah, it's not worth it. If people can leave their piles in bins out in the weather getting rained on, I'm fine with having one little strip in my stack get rained on. Rick's Outdoors, you have any small deer? Since everything seems to be small in your wood yard. Yes, I do have actually quite a few. All of the does, I think, had twins last year. And they are scrawny. Oh my God. Scrawny. There are some little, there's multiple deer that I guarantee weigh way less than our dogs. Old Guy Firewood, are most staying over Saturday night at the Expo? I am not. I will be heading back after the show. So we will be leaving when the show is over on Saturday afternoon. Daniel Atkins, wish me luck. I don't have a fancy iconic 500i. I have a 461 with a carburetor. Well, good luck. And got to take down a tree this week. Yeah, well, hopefully it's not one of those Douglas firs that's too big. Because I sure the heck wouldn't want to be messing with some of those out there. Bill Irwin, based on this year's wood that you burnt, are you behind for next year? Yes, I think I am. Because I am going to be dipping into what I thought was going to be the start of next year's pile. So I'm a little behind. But I don't know, because the one pile, I'm not sure how much is in it. So I could be or I could not be. Or, you know, I don't know what the weather will be like next winter. This winter started off good. Like November, December, I was like barely burning anything. Tony's cool too at a 3-point stump grinder. Yeah, I saw that. That did look like it worked pretty good. I just don't know if I want to get one because I don't know. I never really have that many stumps to grind. Of course, now I do. But I don't even the ones that aren't, I don't know. I might not cut all of them off because the oak stumps are a good it's a good place for mushrooms. Chicken of the woods and I believe hen of the woods will spawn on oak stumps. If I had some mesquite, I wouldn't mind trying to split it. I never have had any. So yeah, that's one of the woods. That and what's the one? Osage orange hedge. I've never had any hedge either. Yeah, I could rent a grinder. But, you know, like I said, I mean, if they're not in the way, if it's not, I mean, I don't know. There's only a couple that are actually in the yard where I need to mow. So we'll see. We shall see. Prep all your stumps and rent some sort of grinder. Yeah. I would I'd be afraid of like messing it up and then I got to rent it. You know, where if I just let them sit there, I might get some mushrooms off of them. You never know. You know. Old Guy Firewood. Oh, are we Oh, we're almost to the top of the hour. Well, Dick, enjoy your weekend. Have a good night. Thanks for tuning in. Looking forward to catching up with you at the Expo. Thomas, I am not. I am not up for the full cord challenge. Sorry. I was what was it, 4 or 5 years ago? We did the Splitter, the very first ever Splitter Wars collaboration. And that was just a face cord. But yeah, I am not up for any challenges at the moment. Oh, especially the full cord challenge. Holy moly's. Like I like to take my time. I like to enjoy the splitting, you know? It's like I don't want to be in a rush. When you're in a hurry, that's when bad things can happen. Oh, you were thinking that. No, they're not anywhere near. Yeah. If I take those trees down where I might build, I'll leave the stumps high on them so I can get the excavator to dig them out. But yeah, I don't. The ones that are along the property line, they're not even. I'll let the weeds grow up around them and the little brush. You won't even see them next year. Uh-oh, who is coming in? Who do we have? It is the boss man. I didn't say little. See? Who?
The dude I thought you said.
Huh?
I thought you said someone was on there.
Oh, yeah. We already had Captain Jack on here.
That was the worst walk.
WD-30. You had a whole bunch of people participating. It was up. Oh, yeah. It was down. Yeah, it was down on the farm that we did the Splitter Wars.
There's coyotes out there.
You heard coyotes?
They're really close to our house. Dead rabbit on the road and bear.
Carl Lewis, have a good night.
Mom said she saw a bear 2 weeks ago.
Uh-oh. Well, that's not good.
Walking up to that long driveway where you got cut down that stump.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Black bear.
I am challenged every day I get up.
Did you talk about this thing?
Yep. Yes, we did. All right. No, don't do that. Because we don't want to hear that. We don't want that noise. All right. William Klein's Lost 40 Lodge. Can you give us an update on the big bags of mini firewood? You mentioned some were getting dark, not drying. Yeah, they are. I don't know. All right. You sound like you need to go to bed. You're tired. So inside of these bags, like it just, I dug out a little cavity and I dug down into the center, and like the wood, like you could just feel it was just damp still. It's like not drying at all. And so I got to come up with something. I don't know, but it's not. I think those bags with regular size wood would have big enough gaps for like the airflow to get in there and dry things out. But with the small mini wood, it's just packed together so tight that it doesn't dry out at all. It's like just wet, like to the touch. So yeah, I don't know. It'll be like once they dry out a little, like once they dry, then I could see putting them in those bags, to like continue seasoning. But that once they're initially split and like they're wet to the touch, like that's when you need to get that surface moisture off. Otherwise, it starts to mold. And Mr. Nick Pixel, how the heck are you? What is going on? Are you off grid? Are you on the homestead tonight? Oh shit, we just got a bomb. Buck and Firewood, how are you doing? True that was in a rush today and backed the loader into the PS door of my 3500. A whole lot of bad words were invented. Yeah, that's the one thing. I mean, the only time you should try there's no need to rush unless you have to. And even then, sometimes it just isn't worth it. Little boss man needs a raise. Oh, he got a raise this year. That was Sushi Man Sam dropping a bomb for overtime. Cheers. Thank you much, Sushi Man. See, so when that happens, who was asking about the Rick? When that happens, then the coins, we lose coins. Alaska Woodyard, we have not had the best of luck with the log lift bags. Yeah, like I said, and that's why I don't know how these big piles. I think what helps with the piles is if you don't run it all into a pile at the same time. So like you build the pile up and that sits for a couple days and kind of gets that surface moisture off the wood, and then you split more on top of it. And yeah, I don't know. And then the mini wood that I just dumped into a pile. Like I got this big pile, and the same thing. I dug into the center of it, and it's just everything is damp, and yeah, it sucks. Especially with stuff like maple. Like, I don't know if anyone else has experienced this, but like silver maple, I think it's got a dual component of moisture and like the sugars, but that stuff will get the little mold spots on it like instantly, like overnight, it seems. If I buy another wood splitter, what kind would you buy? I have no idea. Definitely one with a log lift, and definitely one with a box wedge, so I wouldn't have to handle resplitting the wood. I could just push the levers. Barn Dominium. Oh boy, Mr. Pixel. That sounds good. I've been looking at a few of those. They've got some pretty sweet designs. Oh boy, here we go. What? Shibe once again wants double overtime. I don't know about that, but thank you very much. Cheers. I'm not going to be doing no Firewood at the Furnace live stream. Yeah, this is what I need to get. And I'm looking into a couple options. I need a high flow fan type of system, or I need to be able to spread the wood out in a not very thick layer. But it's also you know, if it isn't one thing, it's another. So like, how much time do you spend futzing around? Tony Woods, I did it. It's that girl is over in the UK, and I don't know what type of wood she's splitting, but I think that's how they make that kindling over there, and then they just, I don't know if she stores it in those bags or just sells it, and then the people she sells it to, they don't plan to use it for, right away. We got some questions rolling in here. The mold is a real thing on the third wettest rotting wood, red alder, in a wet climate. Oh, yeah, you guys out there in the Pacific Northwest, man, I don't know how you do it. I mean, you guys got, just the air is wet. So, yeah. And like I said, it seems like it's just overnight. Like you split maple into a pile, you let it sit for a day, and you go back and stack it, and it's already got spots of mold on it. When is Shibe bringing back the Sunday Night Live? Shibe, when are you bringing back Sunday Night Live? Woodsies, how you doing, Woodsies? Just not wood. Not just wood. Just not just. I wonder if an old clothes dryer would tumble dry small wood cost effectively. Maybe, but it would have to be pretty solidly built, because banging that stuff around inside there would, I think, do some damage. Maybe not. I don't know. And I don't know how much you could get in there. Kind of be like a big rock tumbler. Frickin' Jeep? No. Not at all. Not at all. Of course, now I might be, once no one has any flipping money left with the way the markets have been going. Nobody will be buying anything all summer. My 401k is now a 201k. So we'll see. But no, it's been going good. It's been building more and more. So I am, I'm not having any second thoughts. Yeah, Shibe could do the after parties. That's right. Alaska Woodyard. Oh, that is a good one. I do need to make need to make like a tumbler, something to clean the wood. I got an idea on that as well. Yeah, you'd be you'd be surprised how much like dust and little fine particles come off of like drying wood, like the bark. It's crazy. So I need to find a way to because usually what happens is I'll take it out of the boxes in the greenhouse and I'll dump it into a tote. And then that one time knocks a bunch of dirt off. And then I'll dump the totes out, so that knocks it off again, but it'd be nice to just clean it all. What? It would actually be a 200.5K. I might start doing Saturday. Is that the live stream? What? What am I missing here? It isn't easy to do this, but I'm confused about something. Let me scroll back. I don't know. Anyway, Robert, how many cords of wood did you burn in your boiler? I am guessing right now somewhere between 10 and 11 cords, full cords. Started out October, November, December, didn't really burn that much, but January, February definitely was going through the wood. And what I thought I would burn this year, I'm pretty much through. Oh, 401k. That's what you're talking about. Well, yeah, a 200.5. I see what you mean. I was just keeping it simple. Math is not my strong suit. It might end up being a 0.5K. Yes, I do. That's what I'm definitely thinking that would be, but man, that would be like hard to hard to do. Yeah, and actually, well, definitely was a difference once I replaced the door. Yeah. There I was definitely starting to burn more efficiently, but I'm still, you still go through a lot of wood with that Woodmaster. I mean, it will chew through the wood. Shotlift Family Firewood, have you ever tested how long your broiler will go when completely filled up? I loaded mine up this morning and left for the weekend. I'll see how it is on Sunday evening. I have not ever. I'm wondering. So you mean like, did you put like wood all the way in the back and then in the front, so like two rows in there? It'll probably still have some left when you get back. I know I loaded mine up. I didn't load it up like way in the back, but I loaded up really good, and it was I think it was. We left in the morning. I loaded up. We didn't get back home the next day until the evening, so it would have been like 36 hours, and it still had wood in it. So it's especially this time of the year, if it gets up like, like next week, we're supposed to be getting near 60 degrees during the day. So then you won't be burning much at all. But this weekend here in Wisconsin, I think it's going to be like 40 tomorrow, 45. So yeah, you might be calling for some heat. Weld 3 drums together and cut slots in it for a cleaner. Have it rotate. Yes, that sounds exactly like what I need to do. The only problem is I don't have a welder. I don't know how to weld. I can't probably cut anything. And I don't know how I would hook it up to a motor. Every component of that equation, I have zero experience doing. So that's where it might be a problem. I was thinking of just hooking one up to like a hand crank, because I wouldn't need to like run it I don't know. I might need to figure something out. I do have an old engine off of a pressure washer that the pump on the pressure washer's out, but the motor is still good. So maybe I could MacGyver something together. I don't know. Full. Oh yeah, then I think you'll be fine. Did you turn your heat down in your house at all? Because that's the one thing is if you do leave town and you turn your thermostat down in your house so you're not calling for heat as much. Rockin' L Farm, have a good night. How often do I clean the boiler? Probably about, I clean the ashes out probably like every week to 10 days, maybe 2 weeks, every 2 weeks for sure. Again, that depends on, how much you're burning, how many pieces you're putting in per fill up. Because like a week or so ago when it was like in the 60s, I'd only put in like 5-6 pieces and that would get me through the day. But then it got cold. So, oh my goodness, what are we at? Oh my God, we are 16 minutes into overtime. Buckin, have a good night. Buckin Firewood. Don Slate, thank you once again. The mini ice balls, they are pretty sweet. So thank you for that, and the little hatchet, and whatever else is sitting down there. I gotta go check. Mom and the boys. I gotta get this. We gotta get this wrapped up because I am needing to recycle some of this. And oh yeah, if you dropped her down to 64, I think you'll be fine. You might end up, where you're like down below your set point and it's like just barely hanging on. Can you see the hatchet again? Oh, yes. It is a nice handy little size. Balance pretty good. Whoa, maybe not. Feels like a throwing hatchet. No, the ashes just end up going into like low spots in the yard on a few places, and then I just use it for fill in the ditch back in the wood yard. Not bi-directional. All right. I think I have enough for one more final raising of the cup. And yeah, we're almost 20 minutes over time. So that is almost a double OT. Double OT. But Franklin Outdoors just got here. Oh, well, unfortunately, I am going to have to, I don't know if I can hang around. My bladder is telling me I got to get over there. Oh, where does the time go exactly? Exactly, Nick. All right. So with that, if Captain Jack, if you're still watching, thanks for giving us the update. Good luck to everyone tomorrow that's going to the Hoosier Firewood Hysteria. Hopefully the weather holds out enough so you guys can get all that wood split. Thank you for tuning in tonight, everyone. Glad you made it out. Moderators, thank you for being here. And as always, where is it? Over here. All of you throwing the coins in the cup. I greatly appreciate that. So enjoy your weekend. Hopefully, if the weather is going to be bad where you're at, hopefully it's not too bad and you get a little work done. I'm going to be out front tomorrow all day. I'm getting my burning permit. I'm going to burn up the brush and get things cleared up, hopefully. So with that, thanks again for tuning in. Enjoy your rest of your Friday and your weekend. Stay safe, have fun, and be cool, everyone. Cheers. Good night.
Starting